Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted.
Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Boogeyman Radio. I forgot to set the background, but I'm Dave.
I'm Charles.
And tonight we are going to be discussing the paranormal field as a whole. We have different topics, some things we want to get off our chest, some things I know you guys want to get off your chest.
What about getting things on people's chests?
Ooh, that's for the after
Oh, that's
dark.
the after show. Oh, that's my bad.
After dark.
That's the after dark. That's my bad. Sorry.
And tonight we have a guest that is going to be joining us here.
What?
Yeah, we'll not tell you who it is, and we're going to wait. Here in a few minutes, we'll bring
Till
him
the end
on.
of the show. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we'll wait till the end of the show. We'll bring him on here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But before we get into everything, Charles, my man, how was your week?
It was pretty good. Standard. Nice. Crazy busy. Crazy.
Yeah?
Like, just work has been absolutely insane. It's the summertime. Everybody's out doing stuff. Kids are out of school. You know how it is. But I was sitting back kind of decompressing the week. And I've realized that even on days that that the restaurant could be slow, the bar generally is not. So that's how it is. It was just crazy. What's up, Justin? What's up, Cassie? Char Diddy. That might have to be a thing. I've never heard that. That's good. But it's been absolutely crazy, and yeah, I'd like a vacation soon. Which, hey, hopefully by the end of the month,
You'll
we
know.
get in there. Hopefully, yeah.
You'll know.
Anyways, how about you? How was your week?
My week's been good. Been going a little crazy, but it's been good. Haven't really done much. It's kind of funny. Although, did put up a video of our Mac and Chair Villa now on the
Vlog.
site, now
That
on the
was
YouTube
good.
channel here.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys haven't checked that out, be sure to go over there and check that out after the show. You sons of bitches. You wait. But it is out there finally after God knows how long, and I did leave a part of it out because I'm gonna put that on our Patreon for our patrons.
Oh, okay.
Little extra stuff, just I haven't even gone through it yet. It's gonna be up in a few days, but it's our attic investigation.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
So we have that to look forward to on the Patreon page within the next 2 days. Probably tomorrow night I'll work on it and get it up there. But yeah, I do know one thing about that attic. Those dolls, they talk to each other.
That they do, my friend. That they do.
If you know about the creepy doll,
Dude, they...
it gets creepier.
Dude, that was weird. I wasn't expecting it to actually happen, but
Yeah, me either. That's crazy.
it was great. Like, gave me a whole new perspective on creepy dolls, which I already obviously thought were creepy, but that was still really cool.
Yeah. Also, by the way, guess who's back? Back again. Susan's back. Celestial Crystal Healing and Stones is back on Etsy, and she's got her shop up. And guys, if you are into the metaphysical crystals and stones and tarot readings and things like that, visit her shop on Celestial Crystal Healing, Celestial Healing Stone.etsy .com, I guess. But if you go to her shop, you can get 10% off by using the promo code Boogeyman10.
Oh.
You get 10% off.
Wait. Does that mean she's our first sponsor?
You could technically say that.
I would say that she's our first sponsor. Because if we're giving people a little bit of discounts from her shop,
We're advertising for her.
Exactly.
And That's not the link. I was gonna post the link in the chat here. Give me just a second.
Okay. I'm trying to think. Is there any random side note? Is there anything going on July 30th in August, like somewhere in there? It's a Saturday. Paranormal wise. I have it requested off, but I can't remember what it is. Don't you hate that?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of wondering if I've got something that's supposed to be going on too.
July 30th through August 2nd. I'm drawing a blank.
Me too. It's not important if you can't remember it.
It is important, and it could be important. I just can't remember the life of me right now. Like I said, I've been...
Real quick, everybody. I set up my mic differently today, so how does it sound to y'all listening? I know it sounds good to you, Charles, but like what we hear and what they hear is kind of different for some reason.
True.
So let us know in the comments. How does it sound? Do we both sound fairly balanced or what?
I mean, it sounds better than for me, it sounds better than what you normally do. Like, as far as like when we first join a call together and it's just like, oh, I can barely hear you. Oh.
Yeah, it takes a minute for my mic to kick in for some reason. I don't know what that is. Aliens.
Freaking aliens. That's what 2022 needs, guys. Aliens.
We need it now.
Like right now.
It's my alien and I want it now. Guys, we are going to be talking some paranormal smack here in just a few minutes. Before we do, want to bring on a guest. That's right, we have a guest on the show tonight.
You mean people like us?
Apparently. Or tolerate us, I guess, is probably the better word.
Oh, that's right, Justin. That's right. Now I remember.
As a furry.
That's my open website. Gosh, I totally forgot about that.
Goodness. You gotta write down your OnlyFans stuff.
I know, man. I'm horrible. Like I'm good about requesting days off. Just sometimes I forget exactly what I request them off for.
Yeah. All right, guys. You want to know who we have for our guest?
Yes.
Some of you are going to be excited. It is the one, the only, Mr. John Long. Hey!
Hey! Round of applause for John.
John, do you want to tell the people what you've been up to since they last saw you?
Hey, don't forget, make pyramids too.
You make pyramids now, John? Are you a part of the Illuminati?
I take and make big giant ones you can put over your bed.
So for the
awesome.
Yeah.
So the aliens can find me at night. Yes.
They can sit there and get your brain sucked out.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The way they know who to teabag. Drawing energy.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what are the pyramids? What are they supposed to do? It's supposed to help with like meditation. What are we saying?
Yeah, for meditation, and also you can for the bigger ones you can hang your chakra crystals in the middle of it. You can sit there and like, whatever you want to do.
yeah, whatever you're into.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I
But
always
also,
wondered because I've seen those. I've never really, what they were for.
And also make dowsing rods. No.
I need a pair of those. I need a pair of dowsing rods. That's one thing I need to add to my arsenal that I haven't had yet.
All this stuff is found in the Etsy shop too, right?
Yeah.
She's got them in the Etsy shop. Yeah.
Spurrier says Spurrier says his pyramid swings.
John's pyramid swings.
Yeah, sex swing pyramids.
That's awesome. I'm glad that's coming back. I'm glad the shop's opening back up. That means a lot. That's great.
Yes. I think it's going to mean a lot to a lot of people actually.
Yes.
Because she had a really good following going, and now she gets to rebuild it and continue on, and yeah. So part of the reason we had John on here is, number one, I know Cassie missed him, and number two, I made John watch the Kesha show.
Oh God.
Yeah,
so that's what we're going to start off with tonight. Is if you haven't seen it, if you don't have Discovery Plus, the singer songwriter Kesha. I doubt she's a songwriter. She probably has a ghostwriter. Kesha has a paranormal show. It is what is it called? Conjuring Kesha. And so I got the notification the episodes were up. I was like, all right, let's check this out. I gave it a chance. I tried to give it a chance.
Dude.
15 minutes into it, and I stopped and shut it off.
It was a struggle.
Charles, told him to watch it, and then I had John watch it too.
John wasn't the only one falling asleep. Let's put it that way, okay?
Yeah, she didn't stay in there very long. She ran away.
A lot.
Yeah, as soon as the REM pod hit, she.
Justin, I'm gonna stay out of this one. Oh no.
But Justin, you know everybody wants to hear your opinion.
I'm actually curious. I do want to ask Justin a question. If he knows anybody affiliated with that show in the production crew, I'm curious because I don't know if it was a producer or the manager. I don't know who it was, but it was another female, and she was there, like pretty prevalent, like in the back scenes. You could hear her talking off mic or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like if she might be someone well known in the field or not, but
Probably.
yeah, it was mainly just Kesha and her friend that were on camera, and then all the random film crew that would set everything up.
Yeah. And I've noticed that with Portals to Hell too. Like they've started including like the film crew in as well.
Yeah.
A lot of shows are doing that. I've noticed.
Which I mean, that's kind of good because if things happen, that's kind of accountability, right?
Yeah,
like you can tell who's in the room. Well, I'm sorry.
I said they're there. They should be experiencing it too.
Exactly. Absolutely. Get their honest reactions.
But let's get back to this Kesha show because there's a reason we wanted to talk, or at least I wanted to talk about it. The show is so dumb. I said it, plain and simple. It's so dumb.
Well, they had a lot of paranormal equipment.
It wasn't their
You know?
equipment. I'll tell you that right now.
REM
They had I said they had a REM pod, they had an
SLS,
obelisk,
stuff like that.
had the SLS. They had
which was the demonologist from the first episode. It was. The
Oh yeah, I don't even know who that was. They never did ever say his name.
So Justin said, I haven't seen it yet, but had a friend who was a producer on it. Might have been her, but I don't know. So we would never see who like she is. It would never show her. But there was one picture of her, I think, talking to Kesha, and she had like longer hair. She was a shorter gal too. But oh, you built some custom stuff for the show? I wonder if it was the
episode.
If it was
The
wasn't the
microphone.
radio box, was it?
It was the microphone.
The microphone? Okay.
I think him and Jay Prather teamed up together. They built the microphone thing.
Because they built some sort of radio box that looked like an old school radio, and she was doing a session through it. And there was, at one point, like the words come across that says evil, but you don't hear evil come out of the box. At least I didn't hear the word evil.
Man, it was
I
a
was
set
told
and closed
episode
caption.
2. Yeah. Yeah, like I don't know. It was just it was weird. Like it was like when they'd replay, like, oh hey, it totally says evil, or something or whatever. Yeah, it was weird. In a ghost box device. That might have been what it was. I'd have to go back and look. But that could have been because the second episode was where they were in a theater. It was her and her friend that sings, and
Yeah, I was watching
they
that
sang to it
before I came in here.
Yeah, that was it.
So this show to me signifies a trend that I'm noticing. All these like certain celebrities are now becoming these paranormal celebrities, if you will, if you want to call them that. Jack Osborne jumped into the whole paranormal thing, and now he's kind of establishing himself.
I feel like he's been a part of the paranormal thing for a while, though. He's got a lot of different paranormal type shows.
I think he's had like two or three, but like, he's getting more established into it. But like, then you had Stormy Daniels decided she was gonna put together a paranormal show. The porn star.
No,
anti-Trump.
Yeah.
And the guy that does he plays the fire chief on 911. Him and his son do paranormal stuff.
Rob Lowe.
Yeah.
Oh.
They had a
Oh
season-
yeah. I did hear
They
about
go
that.
chase Sasquatch till it wants to eat them, and they run like hell.
Yeah. Who else was there? There was Chad Lindbergh. I mean,
I was say throw in Chad. Yeah. Um. Yeah.
Chad
It's
Lindbergh.
well, and then you have not to mention you like. I would say them. I don't know when the show came out, but there was the celebrity ghost stories, where it was like they started to bring in celebrities for their ghost stories and
Yeah,
stuff.
well, those are just ghost stories. It's not actually investigated.
I know, but
but-
still.
But now with Kesha, dude, I think we're all thinking the same thing. She got the show because she's a celebrity, and they wanted to sell a celebrity in the
Probably.
paranormal field.
Like probably to reach to a different crowd, like another.
Yeah, and on top of
demographic.
that, she's bringing in her celebrity friends.
Yeah.
So that's more celebrity.
And
sales.
plus, and how she dresses.
It's the only time John stayed awake.
Yeah. I was afraid of getting poked in the eyes.
I'm just saying, I guarantee her show was not pulling in the amount of people that some of the YouTube shows that are out there.
Oh God, no.
Because there are some YouTube channels that pull in millions per video. It's freaking insane. And it's cut after cut after cut after cut after cut after cut. Like just instant change of video. It's crazy.
I know Cassie has a lot to say about this too.
Like, yeah, I mean, if you look at the intro to the whole thing, she seems like, oh, I'm this paranormal expert badass. And then it's just like, I don't want to do anything with the paranormal. I'm scared. Like through the entire show.
Yeah. What I found funny was something in the first episode. She was like,
True.
she said something like along the lines of, I don't want to go in there all by myself, but I'm gonna have to because I'm not a pussy. And they let her say pussy on there, and then like anytime somebody said the F word, they bleeped it out.
Bleep.
Like really?
Cassie, your vlogs are not shitty. They're just better than Kesha. There, I said it.
Her attitude in that show is horrible. I preach a lot that when you go to an investigation, to have a positive attitude, a positive mindset. Yeah, I don't know who paid Keza.
Who's
I have
Keza?
no idea who paid her. Cindy Keza.
Is that the
She's
second?
a psychic. She's a psychic
Oh,
medium who pulls her
gotcha.
files and some other.
Gotcha.
I'm sure she was paid to go on there, but like I always preach the attitude you take in is how your investigation is going to go generally. Because I mean, think of it like as if you're talking to living people. If I'm having fun and smiling, you're going to want to talk to me. You're going to want to hang out. But if I'm a diva, if I'm bitchy, if I'm snarky and anyway, I'm not going to be much fun to be around. Nobody's
So
gonna want-
you on a daily basis. Got it.
Yeah. So that's why nobody talks to me.
Well, what was sad though was the other lady that was with her when she didn't want to go in there because she was scared. So she sent her in there. I'm thinking, boy, what kind of friend is that? Going to throw you to the wolves.
She's like, oh, and I just left my friend up there. Got it.
And
Like-
none of them have any paranormal experience. No
Yeah.
investigating experience, nothing like that. That's the biggest thing that bothered me with this whole thing.
Well, and something else so I've never actually heard of this location, by the way. No idea. Has anybody ever investigated it before? The first place, the penitentiary.
I'm sure.
I'm sure somebody has investigated it, but I mean,
Well,
like,
they did interview some people that investigated it, but like,
exactly. But I mean, like, has it ever been on TV or YouTube or anything like that? Because like I said, I've never even heard of this place. They're like, oh, it's the worst. It's so dark and miserable and bad things happen. All that, like, what?
they
It's in the
definitely-
shape. The prisoners built it, and it's in the shape of an upside down crucifix.
They oversold a lot of things, but and I think all three of us were kind of joking. Like me and John were joking about it. You and I were joking about it. But when she was asking, this is a prison, mind you, that shut down a long time ago. When she started asking if it was a transgender ghost, a ghost from a long time ago, knows what transgender is?
Oh, but remember, this place shut down in 2008 or 9. Something like
Did it shut
that.
down I thought it shut
Yeah.
down longer
I
ago.
could have sworn it was going till like 2008 or 9, and then it shut down.
But still, even like in 2008, were they using the term transgender?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like transvestite, where people dress up as women,
Yeah.
but I don't know about transgender. But even then, if we go with the demonologist side of things, where he was like, hey, it's trying to
It's a demon.
win you over and win your trust, you may want to stop.
And her contacts that made her eyes look like Michael Jackson Thriller.
Yeah, that was funny. I did like that.
So overall, John, what did you think of the show overall?
Overall,
Yep, overall.
sucked for me. I mean, they never really stayed in a place. Every time something happened, they'd take off and go someplace else. And then what, they're supposed to be a transvestite woman guard or something like that.
It was supposedly a transvestite creeper thing that would crawl. Oh gosh, that section pissed me off too. The whole SLS camera where it was like, oh my god, it's touching your leg. Now it's crawling up the wall.
Spider-Man.
I have such skepticism in is it SLS cameras where it maps like the stick figures and stuff.
Yeah.
I have such skepticism with that stuff. It's to me it just seems so easy for, oh, there's a random body part here or a arm of a chair. It just seems like it could map out anything. I feel like from the times that I've seen it where it's mapped out a door frame or against a chair, just like, come on, curtains, like, God, if there's a certain amount of light there, it's going to hit it in a certain way and map it out. But yeah, the freaking Cassie wasn't even entertaining. They didn't try to disprove a single thing. Yeah, like, how do we? So all the blips from the REM pod they were getting. This is something I talked to Dave earlier. How do we know it was a yes or a no? Like, they're just assuming that every time that REM pod goes off, it was a yes or a confirmation.
Well, you notice she was carrying a radio with her.
Yeah.
You know, and if it's strong enough RF off of it, it'll set it off.
Not a REM pod.
See, I didn't know that.
The REM pod.
Not a REM pod?
An EMF detector.
I don't know.
They're not a REM pod. REM pods are built off of the.
Isn't it a
like
proximity?
Proximity thing, yeah. The RF fields aren't strong enough to do the REM pods, but they are strong enough to do the EMF detectors. And I'm kind of surprised they didn't use K2s in there. They didn't just hand them K2s and be like, there you go. Because that would have just...
Well, and she was getting most of her words from... Well, this wasn't Kesha, it was her friend, but she was getting most of her words from the obelisk where it was giving her 3 examples. So it was like, how could you trust any of those examples?
Yeah. And Cassie, don't watch every episode. That just makes them want to put more episodes out.
There was only 2.
So far. There's going to be another one next week. And so
God.
on. This
Sorry.
show, to me, this show was... I said it before, it's a result of all the stuff that's out there now, I think.
Yeah. Like, I understand, like, I'm okay, and I love that people want to explore the paranormal. Get out there, try to find something that's unknown. Clearly, like, it seemed like her ideals or what she's interested in is more of a spiritual nature, not necessarily... like fully understanding the consequences of paranormal investigating or what could happen.
I think she just went in blind.
You think so?
Blind. Absolutely. It seemed like they were there for 2 hours and filmed. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
That's why they were running so much.
But I was just saying, like, she seems more of like a spiritual person, like crystals and holistic style, like, kinds of things.
Yeah. So, like, with all the shows, like any paranormal investigator, any OG, any old school paranormal investigator will tell you the first 3 seasons of Ghost Hunters, best type of investigating.
That's my favorite seasons of Ghost Hunters.
That's everybody's favorite. But after a certain amount of time and all these shows started coming out, it all became about like entertainment and who could get the most
where they started
episodes.
mixing more drama in the storyline
Yeah.
and like between cast members and stupid.
Less legitimate experimentation and debunking.
Yeah.
Not to say that there's not any experimentation going on now, but they're not really explaining it to people. They're just kind of like, hey, we're going to do this. And people are like, this looks cool. How does it work now? And the only people that know are the people that are doing the experiment or people that have been researching it. But this show, to me, just seemed like entitled people going in to scare themselves.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And it's a result of a lot of this evolution of the paratainment field. I say,
No, it's paratainment is 100% a thing.
you know,
Well, you have to.
the faking, the exaggerating, the whole.
You have to go back to the way it always comes out is that it's all about the thrill.
Yeah, no. Justin,
You
if you
know,
want,
it's people
it'd probably
that
be a high-rated
they
show.
want to get their.
If we ever got cash,
Hang on, John.
sorry.
You got dirty mind, dude.
No. That's not where my
That's what
mind's at at
Justin
all.
said. If you want to see if she's willing to do an interview with us. I mean, it'll be a high-rated show, but
I was about to say, man, Justin's really being quiet, huh?
Yeah.
But then he threw in the question. Man.
All right, go ahead, John. Go ahead and what you were talking.
Yeah,
about.
what you were saying. Sorry. Oh, was that it?
John,
Do what?
go ahead and continue with what you were saying.
Oh,
Stop
talking
thinking about Kesha's boobs and.
Yeah, you know, it's all about glitter and glamour and you know, and you have to think in a guy. Well, never mind. Could be a woman or it could be a guy in their mind that, oh, it scared her really bad. I feel for her, you know, and stuff like that. You know, you feel that connection that you're right there, and the demon's gonna reach out of the closet and snatch you right by the neck. Now, how many demons have you ever seen in a place?
Well, according to Zach Bagans, every single one of them. But
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Jeez.
You know, those that are watching, but like, did anybody else get the feeling that demonologist was probably told to say certain things to scare the girls?
I feel like either that or they only things were cut from everything that he would say. They only put in the scary stuff.
Well, if you looked when he was talking, there was a script right in front of him. You didn't notice that?
Script, or if it was like a...
There was a thing and it had typed letter or typed sentences and stuff on there, so you know dang well that was more or less.
I mean, if the show is scripted, that'd be kind of messed up. But
There just needs to be a show called Parapals where everybody just like goes off and does stupid shit. But
sounds like fun. Sounds like what we do on a daily basis, or not daily basis, on a just investigating. Parapals. I like that.
I think all the interviews were loosely scripted. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were scripted. And like I said, I think the demonologist guy, I think he was told to say certain things to them, like while they're investigating. You know, he would call them back in and then say something that would be like kind of scary to them, like, "Oh fuck, maybe we are gonna get possessed or something."
Yeah,
Right.
You noticed as soon as they mentioned like, what was it? It was the walkthrough. Like they didn't even make it into the place, and I'm pretty sure they mentioned something about a demon, and that was like literally what the rest of the show was about.
Yeah,
that was all it was about.
Like, oh my god, something grabbed my arm. Outside, you haven't even got in.
Yeah, like you're on the grounds. Okay, it's great, but there were so many more things. You didn't have to even go to that wing. You could have explored elsewhere.
But yeah, like they would pause the investigation, and things are starting to get a little, built up. Bring him in. He would scare the shit out of him and be like, "All right, go back in."
Yeah. But I will
say
on his part though, and it could have been just for filming to build up suspension and other things. when things did kind of seem like they were getting, as far as where the demonologist was coming from, where, hey, it's trying to get you comfortable and break you down to make you more vulnerable, it did seem that way, that he was trying to, like, make sure nothing would happen with her, which, okay, that's cool, like, I get that, but that could have also been scripted.
Yeah. Yep.
A little bit tipsy. What you drinking on, Justin? I'm curious. But yeah, it's
Wine punch.
I don't know. With TV shows, it's so hard for me to trust them because it's scripted down to the point where there's no way that someone, like, they just show up and then the person there's like, oh, hey guys, like, how good to see you. It's like, no, we're gonna set up this, and we're gonna do the intro right here. That's usually how it is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just have a hard time trusting TV shows. Like, I will say, that's a Kesha line. Jeez. No Char Diddy. That's a Kesha line. Oh, a little bit tipsy. Gotcha. That was from the song. I missed it. It went over my head, which is fine. Cassie got it though, so that's the point, right? After the Kesha show finished, I think an episode of House Calls came on. Like, Ghost Adventures House Calls. So, I didn't watch the whole episode. But I thought it was interesting that they're all doing a meetup over the, like, I don't know, they're investigating over, like, cameras, I guess. I don't know exactly the whole format of this show.
Oh,
but it was weird. Huh?
Of house calls?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sends the crew out to other parts while Zach stays back behind, and
yeah, and he's like, just because things are happening to them doesn't mean it's not happening to me. Like, things can still happen to me. We've created this tether, and I'm just like, huh? Like, I understand you. Like, I don't know. That, you know, it may be a thing, it may not be a thing. I'm just a little skeptical with that.
It's Zach. It's got to be about him.
I know, but
it can't be about his crew. It can't be about the people that he's investigating. It has to be about him. All right? You heard me.
Okay.
You pass that along, Jeff.
I just thought it was super cheesy, and I was like, really? This is what we're going to do for COVID? You're going to have a paranormal TV show where...
It's still shot well.
See, that's the thing. I wasn't fully paying attention. I just caught the bits and pieces, and I was just like, what the fudge?
Yeah.
But
that's the one thing I will say about the Kesha show. It was shot pretty well.
The production crew did a great job.
Yeah. They did their job.
Yeah. They were there and they did a great job. But the people they picked for the show,
All right, let's move on from Kesha. We'll save.
But real quick though, I gotta say, in Kesha's defense, she's gone through a lot of dramatic and traumatic experiences dealing with Hollywood and entertainment. So good for her for trying to do something different.
You ever seen the movie The Breakup with Jennifer Aniston and Vince Vaughn?
I mean, I've seen loads of Vince Vaughn movies, but I can't think of what it is.
There's a part in there that just reminded me of like, where she's like, my sister's been through a lot, and he's like, oh, dick.
God damn it! Oh no!
When you said that about Cash, I was like, that's the first thing that popped in my head. She's been through a lot.
Well, I mean, she has, like, she's had horrible. What is it? It wasn't a conservative ship like her dad, like Britney Spears and her dad. I think maybe it was. I think it was like something with her dad was keeping her basically in the business, and it was a lot of drama and stuff. But I guess I'm not 100% sure. My velvet lined chair suddenly feels stiff on my buttocks. Sure, go with that. But anyways, yeah, off of Kesha.
Anyway, we'll save more of our Kesha conversation for the After Dark. We have some more points that I'm going to go over just for that. But we're going to move on to our second topic here. Hey, Lori, what's going on? John, Lori says hi. It's not actually John, it's a picture of John.
No, it's just a mannequin. I'm an intelligent.
Justin, I didn't. So Billy. Sorry.
An AI, artificial intelligence.
There's a delay. Okay, that's why I was so confused. He does blame Billy for a lot. That's just. Maybe if you reload the stream, Justin, that might help.
So, let's talk about something else here. Something else that happened just a few days ago. I don't know how many of you are familiar with Coyote Peterson.
Oh, yes, yes. I want to talk about this.
Coyote Peterson has a show on YouTube. I think it was Strange Wilderness. But he got really big because, like, it's a nature show, but he got really big because he was taking the stings and bites from insects.
It's pretty satisfying.
And he was working his way up that pain index and everything.
Yeah.
And he did this years ago before the History Channel's got their new show about the same thing with two different guys. But Coyote Peterson did this then, and he's got a big following. He's got like millions of subscribers. His videos get millions of views and all this. In fact, he actually worked with Travel Channel or something like that on a show. But recently, just the other day, 2 days ago actually, he posted these pictures online and captioned it with they found a primate skull in British Columbia. He said that they did not report it to authorities and that he smuggled it back across the U.S. border to keep it protected because he knew they would take it if, a primate in British Columbia, Canada.
Right.
For those of you that don't know, I guess it's above the Pacific Northwest, where all the Bigfoot sightings and stuff are. But first impressions, John. What do you think of it? What do you make of it, man? John.
I hear you.
Okay.
Thinking about it.
Give him a minute, Dave. Jeez.
Yeah. Quit rushing me.
I'm not rushing.
Well, it's. How old is it? You'd have to test it and stuff like that. And how often do you ever walk over on something and there you find some primate head laying in the water and in the dirt?
It's big.
The shape of the skull, just think of the muscle, where the muscle mass is.
So this is British Columbia?
Yeah.
So Canada?
Yep.
So, my theory, land bridge.
Okay.
Let's say.
So you're saying an ape from Russia across the land bridge?
Well, I was just saying, let's say, because Russia's connected to many different parts of the world. So, that land bridge could have, helped animals come from there or wherever. Because where do we find apes?
Usually
Primates.
in South America and Africa.
All right, so it could have come from the south.
Southern,
Either
I
way.
guess there's some smaller ones in Asia, but this is about the size of a gorilla, so.
Ooh, that's good, Justin. That's good. That was good. I like that.
Ukrainian.
Yeah, how does one smuggle a skull?
Basically, you avoid the, the crossings where
Yeah.
you have to show your info. And
Or
stuff.
or you can avoid. You could go through the crossings and there's no scanning to get you.
Yeah.
Get you.
Yep. So that's what he said he did. And I found a little bit of issue with that. I posted it. I thought it was amazing at first, but then I started thinking about it. What if this was just a gorilla that somebody had illegally held and they put it down? Because there's one picture that I noticed. In the back of that skull, it looks like a hole, as if somebody had shot it.
Oh. Maybe somebody shot Bigfoot and just didn't say anything.
Or Dr. Jeff Meldrum had a really good thing on there. Dr. Jeff Meldrum, if you don't know, he's an anthropologist. He's professor of anthropology and anatomy at Idaho State University. Very big into Bigfoot research. But he actually made a statement about it as well. He had seen it, and this is what he said: "Before everyone gets their knickers in a knot, in my opinion, this is most likely a model of a gorilla skull obtained from a source such as bone clones or skullduggery. There is no question it is a gorilla, not a Sasquatch or a bear. The burden of proof rests with Coyote. Until such time as it is examined and possibly analyzed by a professional, it is more likely clickbait."
Ooh.
Well, in that
I
one
hope he
photograph you had, there was a perfect circle in the skull.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it looks like
Yeah, right. That one hole, that's pretty perfect hole.
yeah. I mean, it could. Whenever it was being made, it was probably either being made on a some kind of stand that would have held it up, or something to prop it up. But my initial response to that, or reaction to that, was maybe somebody had a grill and they shot it and put it down.
I hope it's not fake. I really hope it's not fake.
Right? I think we all do. I think we all want Sasquatch to be real.
Well, it's not even like necessarily that. I hope Coyote Peterson wouldn't go to the extent to fake something like that.
And that's the thing too. Like, I respected Coyote so much. I loved his show. I thought he was he seemed like an honest type of person about everything. For him to put out this and the way he put it out, like, it was just a Facebook post. Boom, there it is. Like, really? Your numbers are not hurting, my guy.
Well, like they say, proof's in the pudding. Till they take and have it analyzed, you're not going to know for sure.
Well, and him kind of just taking it out of the British Columbia, that's kind of not like he just posts that and it's like, can't they come after you for that?
Probably.
In fact, I'm going to see if I can pull up his original post there.
Because, I mean, it's not like when you steal something from a location, but just like post it on blast, like, it's great.
Yeah, because I don't know what the laws are in British Columbia.
Okay.
I know they got some pretty strict laws, when they shoot that show, sometimes in British Columbia, all alone or whatever. Alone.
Yeah.
Oh, alone?
They always got it set where you can't kill this, you can't kill that.
Right,
some places you can't use fishing net. You have to use a string and a fly and catch fish.
Right.
So.
All right, I'm going to show his Facebook post real quick. This is what he said. That's what he said. He says, breaking news, leaking pics here before they are taken down and before government officials try to cease our footage. Found a large primate skull in British Columbia, filmed it, cut the footage, releasing on at Brave Wilderness. Sorry, it's Brave Wilderness on YouTube this weekend. Have kept this secret for several weeks. Yes, I have the skull. It is in a secure location awaiting a primatologist review. Absolutely unreal. We thought it was a bear skull when we found it. I can 100% guarantee it is not. The skull was found partially buried underground in deep back forest ravine after a massive storm in the Pacific Northwest, where clearly a bunch of trees and earth were disturbed. I'm sure these pics will be taken down, as will probably the video by government or state park officials, but the skull is safe. I don't know if it's what you all think it might be, but I cannot explain finding a primate skull in the Pacific Northwest without wondering, what do you believe?
I mean, the fact that he's waiting on that somebody to analyze it, that gives me hope that it's something. Whether it's Bigfoot or not, just the fact that he found a freaking primate skull in British Columbia is pretty cool, I think. Right. That's the archaeologist in me is like, well, that's pretty cool.
So I guess the video's already up. I kind of want to watch it, but I can't watch it on here with you guys because copyright crap.
We'll save it for after dark.
That's kind of like Sasquatch. You got people shooting them and stuff, so where the hell is the bodies at?
Right? Oh, it's because they're good eating, John.
Do what?
It's because they're good eating.
Oh. Good to eat, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just being stupid.
I'll tell you what we can do though. On the After Dark, if you guys want to join us on the After Dark, the Patreon, we will watch the last 3 minutes of this video, of the Brave Wilderness video. We'll watch it together, and we'll break it down, and we'll see what it says, what they say.
All right.
And at least we can pause and stuff on that. But doing it on this show, we'll just save it for the Patreon. But it is interesting nonetheless.
So, do you have other topics lined up, or do you want to throw out one?
Do you want to throw out one?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. I want to get
That's
y'all's...
kinda like-
What?
That's kind of like giants. You notice every time they find something or whatever, it disappears.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't die. So, I'm curious what you guys think that literally within days of the Hadron Collider, whatever, the Georgia Guidestones get blown up. And I guess it's not really paranormal, but a lot of countries are, citizens are revolting right now.
Well, I will say number one on the Georgia Guidestones, they tried to dig to see if there's like any kind of capsule underneath.
Yeah, they didn't find one.
Yeah.
But of course they could say that.
Yeah, they could say that. But I honestly, this is gonna sound bad, but I don't care about the Georgia Guidestones. They were made in like what, the 80s or some shit.
I think
90s?
yeah, something like that.
I mean, it's not like it's a historical monument or anything like
No,
that. It
was the Stonehenge of America.
I get why people liked it, and I get why people didn't like it.
Yeah.
But to me, it just didn't matter.
I just think it's crazy that somebody finally blew it up.
Well,
But they don't have video footage of it though, of the person They have footage of it blowing up, but they don't have footage of the person blowing it up.
supposedly they got a photograph of, or the video of a vehicle.
Really? I hadn't
Yeah.
heard of that. I saw the explosion video.
Yeah, I'm not torn either way.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's not like I said, it's not like it was a monument or anything.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Cool. I was just curious what you thought.
It's just a shame somebody went to all that work, built all that stuff, and nobody really knew what it was about.
Yeah.
And then some doofball went and blew it all up.
Well, it was supposed to be. If you don't know for those that don't know what the Georgia Guidestones were, it was kind of like a 3-pillar monument that had writing on it that was supposed to be a guide to resurrecting humanity after the end of the world, basically.
Yeah, it's like a 10 Commandments, like the new 10 Commandments kind of thing.
Yeah, and the reason why some people didn't like that, obviously for religious purposes, was that it wasn't something out of the Bible. It wasn't something that followed the 10 Commandments. It was something that somebody literally made up and put on a stone.
The biggest one was the first very top line was like keep humanity under what was it, 500 million or 500,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
which is
like
humanity control. Like basically what is it? Yeah, population. Well, you just said population control, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's kind of like, what about them storms that have the green fog and shit?
Those pictures were beautiful, though.
I guess I haven't seen.
How do you know that's somebody that's not
Of course, could have been
seeding the clouds with stuff?
Could have been that. It could have been somebody just using like Adobe Lightworks or or Light Studio or whatever it's called.
Well, we know that cloud seeding's been happening for a while too, for weather.
It's been
and
happening
such.
for over 100 years. So
But that's happened in more than one place.
Which makes you think, why don't they cloud seed these places that are going through droughts?
Because there's no money in it.
Because
Or the money's in not seeding it.
there's video where there's a woman standing on her patio talking and filming it with her phone, saying, "What the hell is this stuff?"
Yeah. It's just wild.
I did see a story about you remember like I think it was about 10 years ago or so, that these like vortex kind of things were appearing in the sky, the spirals.
Yeah, it was rockets.
Yeah, that swirling hole up in the sky.
Yeah, from the rockets or whatever. I guess people are starting to see them again. So,
Hey, you know,
And then-
CERN didn't do that.
because it did come after CERN. That's something else. Has anybody noticed anything weird happening? Since
Honestly,
CERN?
I feel like things have gotten weirder since CERN turned back on. This has been a really weird July. Just things.
You know-
Life in general has just been weird.
You know, they got big giant colliders. Well, then there's a lot of universities got small ones.
Yeah.
They've got them all over the world.
Well, China was planning on
So-
building 15 times bigger than the one
Sometimes they all turn them on at the same time and do the same thing. So how do you know they're not causing some kind of field or?
some kind of rift.
Let's
Yeah.
jump into a different dimension, shall we? I don't like this planet. Let's get off it.
It's 'cause you
Kind of
don't
like
sleep.
going in the Twilight Zone.
Actually, Justin, that is true that the days are getting faster. This guy I was watching called Suspicious Observer with the, what did he say? Something about like the ozone layer and the cycles of the day. We just had one of the fastest like days on record. So it's wild. I know, like sun time and stuff like that. But yeah, like the Earth is spinning faster and faster. So yeah, good times. Huh?
It doesn't seem that way to me. Like,
Oh, it does to me.
it seems like it gets dark here at like 9.
Well, no, it's
Minutes.
like it's like seconds, milliseconds.
Oh,
It's not like a minute or two here or there. It's like actual like the Earth is spinning
Nanoseconds.
slowly spinning faster.
Yeah.
But I understand where Justin's coming from.
well,
That's-
it actually does spin faster based on elevation too.
Yeah.
You can measure it in nanoseconds, like so. You know, from Mississippi, and then you go over to like Colorado. They've got a device that measures the speed and everything, and there is a slight time bump when you go into a higher
Yeah.
elevation.
Well, I mean, we're already in the middle of July. Like,
What are you gonna do?
Jesus,
Jesus.
it's just way too fast. But I'm trying to keep an eye out for more Mandela effects, just in case.
Well, that's like when you have a deja vu effect. That means it's a messed up thing in your timeline.
Yeah.
And you're having to redo it.
You know, in the time thing, that the big crystal globe that they look in for to look at time travel and all this stuff. They went to as far as they can go because they keep trying to alter the time, but now they can't do it. Somebody bigger than them controls it now.
You know, it's funny that you
There's a
say
bigger
that
hand to
because-
play.
It's funny you say that because I was watching a thing today about I'm trying to think of the name of the mountain. It's in Alaska. It's right in the center of the Alaskan Triangle. I want to say it's like Mount Adams or something like that. But I guess during MK Ultra, there's a guy. I can't remember his first name. Last name's Price. He was like the guy to do remote viewing. And he
Talk about Black Adam.
No,
Oh, I thought you were talking about the new movie coming out, Black Adam, with
No.
The Rock
no,
that
this
plays
was
the god.
no. This was an actual thing that happened.
Yeah.
So I want to say it's Ron Price or Paul Price or something like that. Anyway, this guy was like the remote viewer for the government during the Cold War. Like he was their top guy. Like he was deadly accurate with his readings. He actually would draw out like what he was seeing at these military bases in Russia. Well, one day, I guess they have what they call attractants or something like that, where like their view will get attracted or pulled to a different space or a different place. And he got pulled to this mountain in Alaska, and he decided to see what was deeper in this mountain, why he was getting pulled there. And he claimed that there was an alien base there of humanoids. They looked basically human, but they were alien, and that they were working with humans under this mountain. This mountain apparently is the center of a lot of UFO activity. There's also an Air Force base like 30 miles away from it. And like I said, it's right in the middle of the Alaskan Triangle where
gosh dang it.
the most amount of people go missing.
Dang it.
But,
now you got me curious.
But it was really interesting, hearing that. Like, I almost wanted to do a story or something on that guy, because he eventually, after coming out with his readings and stuff like that, he died in a Las Vegas hotel room of a suicide. Yeah. He suicided himself.
Mount Hayes?
That might be it.
Yeah. Mysterious UFO sightings over Alaska, ET base at Mount Hayes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yup.
Yeah.
Good times.
That's supposed to be like a spaceport.
Yeah. I will say there's been an uptick, I feel like, in UFO videos lately.
I have not seen any, though.
Like, it's just been, like, here or there, but, like, some in China. There was some, oh, gosh. I'm going to say California. Somewhere else, I can't think about it, but...
Well, there was supposed to have been 100 UFOs that surrounded the naval fleet.
Oh, yeah, that happened, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember hearing about that? That was pretty crazy. Yeah, I'll look that up, too.
All right, well... While you're looking that up, guys, if you want to join us for the After Dark, which will be here in just a few minutes, you go to patreon.com/Boogeyman Radio, and for the price of less than the price of gas, you can join us on Patreon, get your full month membership, get an extra show after this, and then some exclusive content and some early release content as well. We're going to be putting out a video for you guys on the Patreon here in about 2 days. Mm-hmm. Some extra footage from the McIntyre Villa vlog that Charles and I did. But we are about to go over to the Patreon page for the After Dark show. Is there anything else you guys want to add for now? For our regular peeps here?
Stay classy. Keep an eye out for weird things that are happening. If anything seems out of the norm in your daily life, say something. Just make a mental note of it and then bring it up on the show next time. Like, whether it be anything small, like just something seems weird, say it. We can talk about it. Because I'm always looking for the out there, weird, interesting things. Didn't we just have a planet lineup not too long ago, too?
Yeah.
Less than a month ago, there was a big line of the planets lined up in the sky.
Yeah, I believe that was a month ago.
Yeah. Which to me, that's cool. I love stuff like that.
Also, like a meteor shower or something coming up.
Yeah.
I have a Bigfoot story that's quite comical.
Perfect.
That I'll share on the Patreon here too.
Cassie wants to know if John's coming to the After Dark.
Yes, he is.
Nah, I ain't coming.
John, you are too.
For Cassie, you better do it. I'm just saying.
Okay.
All right.
For Cassie and Spurrier.
So we will see you guys over there.
See you on the other side.
Not joining us. Y'all have a good night. Anything else?
No, it's been a good night.
All right. Like, subscribe, and share with your friends.
See everybody.
Beat the hell out of that like button.